Hey guys, this is Eureka Street Crypto Hub, coming at you live from Leander, Texas at 4:04 in the afternoon actually. I was geared up to do a morning show. I ended up putting out my Fetch.ai video this morning, and I recorded that this morning, and then I started up to record my usual morning show with the morning news, and I got interrupted by a 2-year-old. So that did not happen, and I ended up having to take care of my fatherly responsibilities. So here I am. The kids went on to the grandparents' house for the afternoon. I got to go skateboarding and do a bunch of other fun stuff today. I got to go to a couple cool skate spots. So and then now here I am back at the house with a little window to do the morning show that I meant to do today. So welcome to Eureka Street Crypto Hub, where I ask the stupid questions so you don't have to. This is high tech done lo-fi. I am just a guy who likes crypto. I'm not some kind of professional in any of this realm or any aspect of the crypto industry or blockchain industry. I'm just a dude, and I love all this technology and everything that is coming from Bitcoin and the crypto space, and I'm following as much as I can and learning as much as I can every single day. I'm not a financial advisor. I barely have had enough money to invest, and I've been dollar cost averaging over time, and I have done very well on some of my projects that I've invested in. So I'm very happy about that. The more I learn, the more I earn. And I think that goes for just about every single thing in life. Without further ado, let's look at some of these crypto prices. I got the Brave browser popping ads up on me, which is not a bad thing because I can click on those ads and earn some BAT token, the basic attention token. So that's the perk of using the Brave browser. And just so happens Grayscale also added Brave browser to their group of trusts. So anyway, let's see here. Bitcoin's at $57,997.54. Went down 1.2% over 24 hours. It's still flirting with that $60,000 mark. It has gone over the $60,000 mark, I believe, 4 times in the past week, and that is the all-time high. But it just keeps on moving sideways, and it seems like it's trying to figure out what to do right around this $60,000 mark. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with anything. Any Bitcoin being in the $50,000 range is just fine with me. I'm just stoked that it's even here. And same thing with Ethereum being at the 1800 range. It's also been moving sideways. In the past 24 hours, it's made a 1.6% change. You know, the Bitcoin past 7 days, 5.4% change down, and Ethereum's down 6.3%. So nothing big there. I mean, I know in the stock market that's probably huge, but that's where we are at right now. What's up, Uziga Bonja? So let me give you a little something. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so it looks like we are on Binance Coin at number 3. So Binance and Cardano have been fighting back and forth. Yeah, no problem. And looks like Tether kind of snuck in there, and Cardano dropped down to number 5, and it's down at $1.20. Cardano for the longest time was sitting right around between 20 and 30 cents or whatever. I don't know, around 10 cents even. But it kind of broke out of that shell when it busted into the new, I believe it's Gogner, the allowance of smart contracts onto its platform. I don't know if that's completely rolled out yet. I know it's been decentralizing to where you can delegate into all these stake pools, and they are about to, or they have allowed smart contract capability to be put on their platform. Cardano's striving to be the new Ethereum. It's well known in the crypto space that Cardano is writing lots and lots and lots of research papers, and it's been going on for a couple of years now, and people are waiting for some further development on it. It has been a slow train going, but apparently once this slow train picks up speed, it's going to be hard to stop. so they say. So we'll see what happens with Cardano. I have Cardano. I'm not a total Cardano skeptic, but I am also a realist about Cardano, but I am hedging my bet with that. Polkadot has gone up to $37.31. Yeah, it's actually stayed pretty level the past week. XRP has actually gone up in this past week, 11.4%. XRP has just been kind of like struggling. I mean, there's so much drama going on the XRP hood. I don't really know what to think of XRP and the whole SEC situation. And you know, they were supposed to get a Flare Spark token airdrop from holding the XRP back on December 12th in our wallet, and they took a registry of who all has XRP, and then now we're supposed to be getting this Flare Spark token drop at some point. I had XRP back then in my Crypto.com and my Uphold wallet, so I should be getting the Spark token airdrop, but I haven't received anything yet, so I don't know what the deal is with that. If anybody knows, you know, leave a comment and let me know. Uniswap is up slightly. Everything's kind of going sideways, it looks like. Uniswap's at $33, Litecoin at $198.58. Chainlink has really just been lingering around between 27 and 30 bucks. Then you got the stablecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Theta Network, however, has not been sideways. It's up at $9.30. It has so many things are going on with Theta. Theta 3.0 is about to come out. Theta is more than just a video streaming platform. It allows NFTs. You can mint your own tokens. It can do anything that Ethereum does faster and cheaper. I'm streaming on Theta Network right now, and you know, everybody can run the Edge node for free on their computers. It's super and easy, and you can earn the T-Fuel, and that has also been doing very well. You know, soon enough, you'll probably have Theta Edge nodes in every single TV around the world. So with its partnerships with Sony and Samsung and Google, I mean, yeah, sky's the limit with Theta. It's still not too late to jump in. It's still early. So yeah. Luna has been doing very well the past week. I gotta see what's up with Terra Luna. I don't even know what that is. Stellar, I just kind of passed over. It's kind of like, yeah, Stellar and XRP, to me, they both represent bankers tokens and remittances, and you know, I don't really have a dog in that fight, so I don't really, you know, I'm biased. You know, what can I say? You know. There's other podcasts for that, I guess. Wrapped Bitcoin, yeah, this is basically Bitcoin is wrapped. And then let's see, what else was I going to look? Aave has been lingering right around here in the high 300s. I would love to see it do something. I'm a big Aave fan, but yeah. I want to check on Unibrite real quick. Oh, hold on. I want to check on the FET token, the Fetch.ai, because I did that video this morning, and it's up on YouTube now. That project, I struggled with it so hard because it was so hard to wrap my head around what FET and what Fetch.ai is. Because when people normally think of AI, they think of robots and synthetic looking, you know, humanoid robots and stuff like that. But it's not the case. It is basically machine learning and computers talking to each other and using the blockchain as their backbone to do so. So I feel good about Fetch. So it's at 63 cents. It's doing very well. Fetch, I think, will only be going up. And let me check out Unibrite. It's another one I've been pretty heavily invested in for quite a while. Let's see here. $1.13. So Unibrite has also been going kind of sideways. I do have a little portfolio icon list that I made here, and so you can kind of see what I hold. Come on now. Let's get this working. Okay, okay, here we go. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Uniswap, Chainlink, Theta. I got a little bit of Crypto.com coin, Aave, Synthetics, Hedera, Hashgraph, which I've fairly recently started investing in, and Zilliqa. Celsius Network has gone up as well. Basic Attention Token, Bancor Network. I need to take waves off. Ren, Loopring, Ocean, Energy Web Token. Let's see here. Quant Network. I believe Quant Network is going to be doing some huge things with their Overledger platform. Fetch.ai, Singularity Net, Rocket Pool. Rocket Pool's made big strides with Ethereum 2.0 coming out, and that is a way to stake without having 32 Ethereum. So you will be able to stake your Ethereum on Rocket Pool, and the mainnet, I believe, should be coming out very soon. So expect some big things from Rocket Pool. Syntropy Noya token, Unibrite. Library credits. I got all my library for free by posting my videos on library. It's just what I do. So if you don't want to use YouTube, you can always find my videos on Odyssey or library. I do believe and love those decentralized video platforms, and it's why I choose to stream live on Theta instead of YouTube. Then there's Nimic, Alliance Block, ALBT, DIP, the Ether Risk Insurance Protocol, Decentralized Insurance Protocol. I need to get rid of NSBT and FY. I did a video on them not too long ago. Still got some towel left over that I can't get off their blockchain. GZIL and T-Fuel. So GZIL I got for free by staking Zilliqa, and T-Fuel I get for free by streaming and by watching videos on Theta Network and so forth, and running my Edge node and stuff like that. I run my Edge node on this computer here. I run it on my laptop, and so you can run Edge nodes on multiple computers and get multiple streams of T-Fuel coming in. And then if you have over 1,500 Theta tokens, you can run a Guardian node and earn T-Fuel that way too. Although I have found that I'm earning more T-Fuel by my Edge nodes than my Guardian node. Maybe that's changing with some of the changes that have been implemented in Theta lately. Anyway, I did want to talk a little bit about just some articles I read. That's basically what I do with my news broadcast. This article by Rachel Wolfson on Cointelegraph, Layer 2 Scaling Solutions Solves Enterprises' Public Blockchain Challenges. One of the things about public blockchains that corporations do not want to move over to the blockchain on Ethereum is because, and they're using private blockchains. I believe it's like Corda and some others, Hyperledger and stuff like that. That are these private blockchains. They don't want to use the blockchain because of privacy concerns. And it's not mentioned in this article, but Unibrite, with its partnership with Baseline, being the Baseline protocol, solves a lot of these privacy issues. So you might want to look into that. I didn't see that mentioned in here. It just mentioned Ethereum Layer 2 solutions because one of the main issues with Ethereum is the gas fees and the high gas prices. That costs a lot to do anything on Ethereum. Let's see here. At the end of 2019, research firm Forrester and Big Four firm Ernst & Young published a report surveying the adoption of public blockchains by enterprises. Findings revealed that 75% of respondents were likely to use a public blockchain in the future. Although this was the case, the report also found that most enterprises, large businesses, were still using private blockchains to ensure security, privacy, and scalability. What was also noted in the survey as the three top concerns regarding public blockchain networks were lack of maturity, security, and privacy issues. And we are seeing this lack of maturity go on, as you could probably have noticed in 2020 during this whole DeFi boom. Just tons of these weird little yield farming and APY, 3,000 APY for locking up your coins and farming all this, whatever token, cake token, pancake token, fish token, bread token, tomato token, you name it. Everything after food, it seems, sushi and everything like that. So, privacy does not just jump to the forefront, and security doesn't jump to the forefront when you think of a lot of these yield farming type of platforms that have popped up on the DeFi over the past year. And in the past year, there have been so many hacks. Off the top of my head, I can think of Harvest Finance, I can think of Acropolis, I can think of Fulcrum, the BZX token, Compound. This is just four right off the top of my head. There were a ton of other hacks over the past year, and there's a whole list of them. So naturally, corporations would be a little more wary instead of just jumping onto an Ethereum-based blockchain. Fast forward to 2021, these concerns remain. Meanwhile, advanced solutions are in the process of being implemented to combat these issues for the enterprises considering public blockchain networks. For example, one of the most important developments for enabling the leverage of public blockchains is known as Layer 2 scaling solutions. While Layer 2 networks are not a new concept, many Layer 2 scaling solutions geared towards enterprise requirements are currently being developed. Toss Dinas, ecosystem support for the Ethereum Foundation and chair of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance mainnet working group, told Cointelegraph, Layer 2 scaling solutions are primarily intended to address the transaction throughput limitations of decentralized blockchains and Layer 1 networks. He says, quote unquote, instead of conducting all your transactions directly on the blockchain, you can run on top of a Layer 2 instance, which can handle a lot more transactions per second at a much lower cost per transaction. But the key thing is that Layer 2 is secured by Layer 1, so you still get many of the same security assurances that are provided by the underlying blockchain. So they go on in this article. They talk about roll-ups, uncovering different Layer 2 solutions. Deans commented that enterprises storing data in a particular location for compliance purposes can use a Layer 2 server to run that data in a known location by a known entity. By creating a private layer, for instance, and for speed and gas prices and things like that to scale, they can use things like roll-ups and what was the other one? Side chains, and there's hybrid Layer 2 solutions emerging. There are new developments almost every week, rapidly evolving in the field, which combine some of the best properties of various technologies together. The Layer 2 category gaining traction with many organizations lately is roll-ups. Roll-ups roll up a batch of transactions on Layer 2 networks and write the transaction's description data to Layer 1. So by computing the transactions on Layer 2 and using Layer 1 only for storing the transaction descriptions and ensuring that the computation was done correctly, the total throughput of the system can be increased by a couple of orders of magnitude. So so the author of the Ethereum white paper, Vitalik Buterin, also recently stated that rollups are coming to the Ethereum ecosystem in general soon. So rollups will be available on Layer 1 when Ethereum 2.0 comes out. So I think that's pretty rad. So it could improve Ethereum's transactional throughput by 100 times. I did read somewhere that they are potentially expecting Ethereum 2.0 to be out and completed by October. Then again, they were saying the beginning of Ethereum 2.0 was supposed to start this time last year, and then it was July, and then it got moved further and further out, and I think it was like November or early December when it finally actually got kicked into gear. So we'll see. Different types of rollups are being developed for various instances, Deans mentioned. This is where ZK rollups and optimistic rollups use different mechanisms to enforce transaction correctness, enabling different trade-offs in things like transaction latency and withdrawal delays. Moreover, there are a number of Layer 2 scaling solutions that use Layer 1 for security but store transaction data off-chain, not on Layer 1. Validium, Plasma, and state channels are the major ones because they don't write as much data to Layer 1 and they can provide much higher throughput than rollups at the cost of decentralization. So it goes into some of the challenges on that. So I will link this article, but I do want to show you some how rollups could make Ethereum cheaper to use. There's another article about it. The Ethereum blockchain has a scalability problem. For years, crushed under the weight of its own success, the network now lumbers along about 15 transactions per second, while a single transaction can cost over $20. That's cheap, actually. When was this article written? March 14th. I've seen single transactions. Like, I've tried to pull my money off of Aave and unstake it, and it was going to cost me like $200 to unstake it. And I was like, dude, why would I pay $200? I'm just going to leave it on there. It's not going to hurt anything. I don't need the money right now, so I'll just leave it on there and just let it continue to gain interest on the stake. But and the same thing. I have some tokens on the Ocean Protocol data marketplace pool, and that's also expensive to pull those off, more than those tokens are even worth. So I'm just gonna leave them on there and just let it ride until Ethereum 2.0 fully rolls out. This bottleneck prevents the network from growing and gives developers a reason to look elsewhere. Competitors like Polkadot and Avalanche, which I'm going to do a video on Avalanche very soon, and already offered thousands of transactions per second and negligible fees. And if a faster rival could suck up all the talent, Ethereum and ETH will fade into obscurity. And they're also forgetting about Arc and Zilliqa and Cardano and all these people chomping at the bit, and Cosmos trying to be the next Ethereum. I don't believe there is going to be a next Ethereum. I think there will be just a huge amount of people all funneling into the blockchain space, and there will be room for everybody. This is a worldwide phenomenon that is happening right now, and Bitcoin maximalists claim that Bitcoin is king and the only one. Well, they're forgetting about Web 3.0. They're forgetting about DeFi. They're forgetting about everything that is coming to the space, and there's a lot more room for a lot of stuff besides Bitcoin, even though I love Bitcoin. So don't be simple-minded. One solution is the roll-up, so-called because the technology rolls up transactions and fits them into a single block. Doing so frees the network from congestion, making transactions faster and cheaper. And with any luck, they'll allow the Ethereum network to keep on growing. That's what Ethereum creator Vitalik Buterin gushed about to listeners of the Tim Ferriss show when he referred to a powerful scaling solution last week. So I'll probably have last 2 hours long. Wow. Buterin said that it'll increase transaction speeds by a factor of 100. Eric Wall, CIO of Arcane Assets, told Decrypt that rollups could achieve transaction speed of 2,000 to 3,000 per second. But the rollups brings its own baggage. Experts told us that while rollups are highly effective, they've moved the network away from true decentralization. Interesting. Okay. And then there's an explanation of rollups. They address the scalability problem by processing transactions off the Ethereum blockchain, minimizing congestion on Ethereum by reducing its load. The rollups happen on a side chain, which periodically tells the main Ethereum blockchain about all the transactions it's processed. There's an incomplete guide to rollups, which I will link in the video description. That's what's known as a layer 2 transaction. Their transactions are rolled up on a side chain and then slotted back into the main blockchain known as layer 1 or simply base layer. For those familiar with Bitcoin, these layers are like the difference between the Bitcoin blockchain and the Lightning Network, layer 2 payments network that operates outside of the Bitcoin blockchain. And then they give the cons here. Anyway, so I don't want to go too deep into this article. There's so much to cover here, but I did want to touch on Vitalik Buterin's paper. Okay, so how exactly does a rollup work? There's a smart contract on chain which maintains the state root, and the Merkle root of the state of the rollup, meaning the account balances, contract code, and etc., are inside the rollup. So the Merkle tree is not stored on chain. So all the transaction data and everything, the little nitty-gritty details, are not stored on chain, but they can be recomputed from the on-chain data. So if anybody ever needs to go back and see something, they can get to it if they need to by recomputing it. But anyone can publish a batch, a collection of transactions in a highly compressed form together with previous state root and new state root. The Merkle root after processing the transactions. The contract checks that the previous state root in the batch matches its current state root. If it does, it switches the state root to the new state root. So basically, it doesn't store all the details onto the blockchain. It does all the transactions in a batch process type of format, and then it sends over the confirmations of those batch process transactions to the actual blockchain. And then if somebody actually needs to go back and verify the details, they can do it by recalculating. Then it goes into different types of rollups, the optimistic rollups versus the ZK rollups. Optimistic rollups use fraud proofs, and ZK rollups use validity proofs. And they're just two different types of proofs. I'm not going to even attempt to even try to go into this, the details of that. While I may be able to understand it by reading it, I'm going to have a really, really difficult time trying to explain that. So I'm not about to do it. So the anatomy of a fraud proof. Yeah, good luck me trying to explain that. So basically it goes into what is layer 1 and layer 2 scaling, state channels versus plasma versus rollups. Plasma is what Matic uses. Matic Matic is now Polygon, and they rebranded, and Loopring uses rollups. So Polygon uses Plasma and Loopring uses rollups. And Polygon here, so we have the Matic network. I did a really bad video on QuickSwap and Matic before. I should go back and do like a real good video. But Matic and Plasma and Polygon use side chains. So this is the Ethereum mainnet, and they have a side chain going on, and then they have these checkpoint nodes where they check the data for accuracy, and it does high-speed transactions with low gas fees. So here's the challenge. Ethereum, this is Polygon, Matic. Ethereum is the blockchain development platform of choice, but it has limitations: low throughput, poor UX, and gas, delayed proof of work, finality, no sovereignty, shared throughput, clogging risk, tech stack, not customizable. Many projects are exploring Ethereum compatible blockchains as a way to mitigate these limitations while still leveraging Ethereum's thriving ecosystem. However, there's no specialized framework to build such blockchains, nor a protocol to connect them. This introduces significant development challenges and causes ecosystem fragmentation. So this is kind of what, Ethereum's here, and there's all these other blockchains and Ethereum forks, and there's just really no way to kind of get them all to work together. And this is what Polygon is working on here, a protocol and framework for building and connecting Ethereum compatible blockchain networks. And features: compatibility, scalability, security, sovereignty, interoperability, user experience, developer experience, and modularity. I'll link all this as well. Loopring here. This is a layer 2 solution. You have to basically, with both Matic and Loopring, you have to upload your tokens to their network, and you would go to, for instance, Loopring here. You would upload. I uploaded some Ethereum here and some other tokens, and I bought some Loopring on there, and I actually am participating in this pool. In the Bancor ETH pool. So I bought some Bancor tokens with my Ethereum on the Loopring platform, and it was super cheap. It was like $1.42 or something to do the transaction instead of 20 something bucks, or even 50 something bucks, which if I were to do that on Uniswap, that's probably how much it would have costed me. So by uploading my Ethereum, doing that one-time fee of the layer 1 fee, it costed me like, I believe, $26 or something, but I did upload quite a bit of Ethereum to Loopring, and then now I'm able to buy and sell the tokens and trade the tokens back and forth for a super cheap price. So I bought some Bancor, and it costed me $1.42. Then I added it to the liquidity pool. So as you can see here, Loopring has the ability to swap with a typical Uniswap type of interface. So it's pretty cool. And then they have the order book and traditional looking interface right here. And then Matic also uses QuickSwap, and you can the thing about Loopring is you don't have to add in a separate RPC protocol in your MetaMask wallet right here. But with Matic you do, in order to use QuickSwap. So obviously I'm a little more partial to to Loopring. So But apparently they're coming out with an app, but it's not yet available on the App Store on iPhone, but it is available on Android and Google Play. Anyway, that about does it for today. I wanted to get a video in and just kind of, I'm on a roll. I'm doing this every single day, and it has become part of my life. And so I'm doing 2 different formats: the news episodes every single day, and then the specific project-oriented videos that seem to be popping up every week or 2. So finally got Fetch.ai out of the way. That was a really difficult one, and I'm going to be moving on. I'm going to be doing Terra Luna, Avalanche. I'm going to do Arc, and then I'm probably going to try to find some others to do. I want to try to mix it up, do all different types of tokens. So feel free to drop in some suggestions. You can follow me on Twitter if you can take my daily updates. I've been deleted by quite a few people, and I'm fine with that, but I've also been added, so whatever, I don't care. I don't make any money off this. I don't shill any projects. Nobody pays me. I'm not sponsored, and whatever. Give me a thumbs up, so it helps the algorithm, but it's not my primary focus. I'm here to learn, and I've learned quite a bit from making these videos. All right, man, I'll talk to you guys later.